Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break down the Monday Night Football Showdown slate between the Bengals and the Steelers. Before I get into the video, a couple things. One, I do really appreciate all the support I'm getting on the channel. If you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy the content. We got new videos up basically every single day, talking NFL DFS. We got NBA again right around the corner. And then two, let's announce my winner to the giveaway here, $20 PayPal giveaway. So the way I did it is I had 5 videos up for the week. So I did a random number generator for 1 through 5. It picked 5, so that was my Sunday Night Football Showdown slate video that I threw into a random comment picker here. And the winner is Dan Kenny. So hit me up on either YouTube or Twitter. Let me know what your PayPal is, and I'll PayPal you $20. So congrats on winning. And this giveaway is going to continue going on every single week here. So starting with this video, actually, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment, and that's 1 entry into the giveaway. And going throughout the week, and then I'll announce the winner next week, or next Monday Night Football Showdown slate video. So max 1 entry, or max 1 comment, though, per entry. And yeah, with that out of the way, let's jump into this really exciting 0-3 versus 0-3 battle of the Steelers and the Bengals. The way the Showdown slates have been going, though, this year, it's just been like, I swear, I was talking about this on Twitter. I think like 90%, like maybe 1 game has been good so far on the Showdown slates this year. So it's been really brutal, and I'm not expecting much better here with 2 0-3 teams going at it. But let's look into the spreads first real quick. So sitting at 45 over-under right now, so about in the middle. And then Steelers are a 3-point favorite. Let's look at snap counts before we get into the salaries. So we'll start with Cincinnati. Kind of an even split here with the backfield with the backfield snaps. Not really with the touches. I'll get to it in a bit, but Mixon playing about 50% of the snaps. He's definitely getting more work. Gio out there more for third down work. As far as receivers go, it's John Ross playing at like 85, 90% of the snaps. Played 100% there in week 3. Tyler Boyd at 90%. And Auden Tate actually took over as a number 3 receiver, playing at 90% of the snaps as well. Originally, it was Willis, but he looks like he got downgraded, and now it's Auden Tate. It's going to be the number 3 guy, with Erickson picking up a few snaps here and there. Cincinnati likes using 2 tight ends with Uzoma and Tyler Eifert, both playing about 50% of the snaps. Nothing too exciting there. As far as the Steelers snap counts go, we got James Conner. Usually the Steelers are just like give one back all the work, but James Conner's been a bit gimpy this year with that knee injury, so he's been sitting about 55 to 65% of the snaps, with Jalen Samuels filling in for the rest, more just for like third down work, PPR action. And then Juju's going to be out there most of the game. Same with James Washington now, and Deontay Johnson. Moncrief was a healthy inactive. He's got that finger issue. He's been dropping a lot of balls. So unless we get confirmation that Moncrief's playing, obviously you can't go there. And then the tight end situation is interesting. So McDonald and Xavier Grimble both got injured. Grimble's out for the season. McDonald is doubtful. They have the rookie Zach Gentry on their squad. He's a flat minimum. They also picked up Nick Van Nett from a trade, so I'll get to him more later. But if Nick Van Nett's going to play, you can look to him. If not, I mean, Zach Gentry is, I think, 200. He's a flat minimum on the Showdown site, so that's something we got to consider. And that's basically it for snap count. So let's look at the salaries here. We'll just start at the top. So at the top is James Conner at 10.6. I think he's okay. Normally, though, like the lead back again for the Steelers get most of the work, but they've been kind of easing James Conner into it. Again, he had that knee injury there in week 2, so it does concern me a little bit. He's still a pretty good pass catching back as well. A 10.6 I think is okay, but I don't know if he has huge upside. Now, Juju is a guy that has, I think, a little more upside in my opinion here at 10.4. Kind of a down start to the year, but and they're playing with Mason Rudolph as the backup quarterback. But I think Mason Rudolph's actually still a pretty solid quarterback. So Juju's definitely a guy I'm considering as a spend up. As far as the quarterbacks go, Andy Dalton and Mason Rudolph basically priced the same here. With Andy Dalton at 9.8, Mason Rudolph at 9.6. Don't really have a strong lean either way. Again, this game should be a little ugly, but you never know. I think Andy Dalton will be more popular just because he's been a starting quarterback for longer, while Mason Rudolph will be a little lower owned. So maybe if Andy Dalton gets like double the ownership, maybe then I'll pivot to Mason Rudolph. You can still play both quarterbacks too on the slate. There's some value plays we'll get to in a sec. AJ Green's still out. Tyler Boyd, I do like this price tag on him a good amount. Just seems pretty safe. 12, 10, 11 targets. Yeah, playing out of the slot. Andy Dalton loves targeting this guy, so I do like Boyd a good amount. I think that price tag is too cheap, so he's definitely someone I'm considering for the captain spot as well. Then we get to Joe Mixon at 8.8K, so him and Gio kind of been splitting the work, but Mixon's been getting a lot more of the touches. I think he's priced all right at 8.8K. Don't feel great about it, but I think he's still viable. And then John Ross, the big play upside here at 8.4K. He's a little more boomer bust like he showed in the first couple of weeks with a huge upside, and then week 3 with a letdown. So he's a guy that I would consider for the captain spot as well, just because he has that big play upside. So 8.4K is a little pricey, but he has flashed some upside, so I am considering him as well for the captain spot. As far as the other two Pittsburgh receivers with Deontay Johnson and James Washington, I think Deontay Johnson's fine, but I'm going to prefer James Washington at 6.2K. I know he didn't do that well there in week 3, but him and Mason Rudolph, I've talked about this a few times now in my videos. They had that connection from Oklahoma State. James Washington had a big preseason. He has big play upside, so he's definitely someone I like a good amount in this mid-tier range. But Deontay Johnson, don't mind either. If I'm picking between the two, again, I think I'm going to lean towards James Washington. Again, Vance McDonald, doubtful. Xavier Grimble is on the IR, so we'll get to the Pittsburgh tight ends here in a sec. Tyler Eifert at 5.2 is just like, yeah, he's okay. Can he catch a couple catches and touchdowns? Sure, but only playing like 50% of the snaps. They have CJ Uzoma as well. It's just nothing to be really excited about. Now, Auden Tate's interesting at 4.8K. He played in like over 90% of the snaps there in week 3. Had 10 targets too, so he's definitely a cheaper option I'm considering on the slate if he's going to continue to be run out there for most of the game. As far as the defenses, usually target them in lower over-unders. This one's kind of in the middle, but should be ugly game, 2 0-3 teams. So I am considering both defenses, but basically at any time in the showdown slates, it seems like you can target the defenses because they've been so ugly this year. It's 9-3 right now. Saints-Cowboys, just a completely ugly game in the third quarter. But both defenses. I guess if I would lean towards one, I think I would lean towards the Steelers defense because they're playing at home. But definitely I'm considering both here. Now, Nick Vannett at 4.2. Again, they traded for him. Don't know for sure if he's going to be active. He was the backup for Will Dissly there in Seattle. We don't know for sure if he is going to be active, but if he misses, we could look to, or if he is not active, we can look to Zach Gentry here at 400. So that's a situation we have to monitor for sure. Now, Gio is like okay. Again, should play in about 50% of the snaps. Not going to be utilized too much in the rushing game, more of a PPR guy. But that's definitely viable here for the slate at 3.8K. The two kickers, again, I never really have a strong take in either kicker, but they're definitely viable for GPP. So I think I would, you could definitely target one. Jalen Samuels here at 3.2K. Nothing to be too excited about either, but should play. What did he play last time out? Probably going to play about 25 to 30% of the snaps. He's a decent pass catching back, but I don't think we have to risk it there. Other plays, Switzer at 1.6. What were his snaps last time? He didn't even play last time. Okay, so he's not someone we can consider. CJ Uzoma at 1.4. Again, it's getting gross now, but he's out there for like 50% of the time, 70, 60, 48, 46%. So the snaps are going down a bit on him, but at 1.4K, I don't mind it. I mean, he had a pretty big week 1 there with 4 catches for 66 yards. So I guess I would consider him as well as a cheap option. You're never going to really feel good about any of these cheap options. I mean, Alex Arison will probably play like 15 to 20% of the snaps, but really not going to get too excited about that. And then Gentry, again, I would consider him if Nick Vannett's not going to be active. And that's basically it for like the salaries. So yeah, this is a pretty ugly slate. Again, I wouldn't recommend going too heavy on these showdown slates. There's a lot of variance. I'm probably going to throw like 10, 20 bucks in on the slate. Again, a pretty ugly slate. As far as captains go, it's probably going to be guys I'm considering normally. So normally for the showdown slate, the winning lineup has either a running back or a wide receiver in it, like 75% of the time. So I'm probably going to go with a running back or a wide receiver. Quarterbacks, they still are doable if you're going to play a quarterback in there, though. So if you're going to play Andy Dalton in captain spot, make sure you get some correlation there. So running back like Tyler Boyd and like John Ross, just get some correlation if you're going to throw a quarterback in there. But yeah, I think I'm leaning towards either Juju. I like his upside. I like the upside on Tyler Boyd. Seems pretty safe. Same thing with John Ross and James Washington. Those will probably be the 4 guys I'm targeting the most here for the captain spot. The running back situations, you could definitely go with either Mixon or Connor. The downside is they're just not like true workhorse backs right now. Like Connor only playing 50 to 60% of the snaps. Same thing with Mixon, like 50% of the snaps. Can they get you there in 50% of the snaps? 100%. But normally, like, I want a running back who's going to play like 80, 90% of the snaps if I'm going to put him in my captain spot. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So again, if you want to get entered into the giveaway for next week, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in this video. That's one entry. And every single video I have out throughout the week, you can enter at one time. And then again, I'll announce the winner in my Monday Night Football video next week. And again, I really do appreciate all the support I've been getting on the channel. We're over 620 subscribers now. So again, I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And I will be back for another video talking about an early look at the Week 5 main slate here on Draftkings. So I will see you guys then.